Hey everybody, on today's episode of ATX Arena, the commentary and battle video will be off. I've tried fixing the issue different ways and nothing seems to work. Sorry for the inconvenience and enjoy the video. Hashtag Peter's Trash.
Greetings, interwebs. Jersey Dart from Team Procyon.
TJ from Team Rider, and you're watching another episode of ATX Arena.
And today we got an exciting episode. We got Spencer using Welstra versus Sato's Michu deck. Now, TJ, you've seen this deck, right? You know a little bit about it.
So there's a new effect called Cannonball. Soul Blast 2, and you get to give 3 units 10. Or you can stack them all on the same wall. Like, there's no restriction.
I guess we're going to see how this is going to match against Welstra's orders, because he loves to bring out the fortress. The giant castles, they don't mess around, man.
So it's order versus order.
Let's do this. All right, so it looks like, I believe Spencer went first, correct?
Yeah.
All right, it looked like he ditched one of the fortresses, which is fine. He does run 3 in the deck. 1 is fine. He can get 2 more later. Grinding up, Sato going first. Already grabbing, looks like that's one of his set orders, I believe, correct?
Yep, and it looks like he ditched a knockdown. The grade 1.
I believe that is actually, there's a reason why it's in drop zone, correct?
Yep. One of its skills, you Soul Blast, and if you don't have one on the field, you can call it out.
Oh, wow. And I believe it's not the Vanguard skill, but Nuck has another effect that we'll see later on, correct, in the back row?
Yep. It gets worse.
All right. It looks like he's saying in order for turn. I believe there's a search skill.
There's 1 all set up.
2 Nuck in drop.
Deck win.
This is always the best course of action. Especially with Lyrical, to see if he actually can hit his OT, because that OT is bonkers. Probably one of the worst OTs in this format, unfortunately.
Especially with Cannonball. Okay, Soul Charge, once you rested. Looks like that was a PG.
Okay.
He's going to try and rush just a little bit.
And guys, if you are curious about these deck profiles, you got to check the description down below. We have the deck logs there. You guys can check them out on the website. All right, looks like in the dry chat, heal, no heal. Spencer also a defense damage heal. All right, so heals are already out of the deck, so we have 3 more to go for both sides. And it looks like he's resolving the grade 1 skill. All right. So it looks like he's just getting his hand sorted out. And again, deck thinning.
His deck winning.
All right, he's passing on a turn. Spencer going. Ditching the counter charge it right up. Let's go to the grade 1. He gets a search for the grade 1 cannon and set it.
So how does that work?
So the cannon skill, grade 1 can set any grade order that's a product from the deck to the order zone, which doesn't count to your once per turn set. In this one, if you operate it, you can retire one of your opponent's rear guards, but if you can't retire, you draw 1, discard 1. And he can operate this turn if he wants to with the grade 2 Vanguard skill, which is a Soul Blast operate. And guys, do note this video is coming a little bit later. This video was recorded prior to the grade 1 promo coming out, so that's what explains why you're probably curious why he doesn't have the doggo order. But he does set the grade 2 order. This is one of the new orders that came out recently that really put Welstra up there, because Welstra didn't have really good orders. But this one, on place, you get to draw 1, soul charge 1, and then when this card is operated, during the main phase, you can look at top 5 and call a unit grade equal to or less to your Vanguard. If you operate during a battle phase, you get to draw a card. So it really fixed Welstra.
Okay, so it looks like James hit a
critical trigger?
Yep.
All right. Which is fine. It's the only one order. And it looks like Spencer didn't go for operating. I'm even curious why he didn't operate, because with that, he could operate the grade 2 to get himself a superior call, but that's okay. Though it does seem soul, because later on in a match, he will need a soul for the new grade 2, which costs Soul Blast 2 to operate during battle phase. So he's probably just saving a soul for that match. I wouldn't say match, but you know what I mean.
I got you. So he just rode up to the grade 2. Once it's rode upon, you can look for a nope.
Oh, because 2 is not enough.
I think he's about to have all 4 in there, if I'm not wrong. Okay, sets another cannonball. Oh, by the way, things are looking different. We are actually in Rider HQ.
This is right. We're at the home base over here for good old TJ. Feel good to be home?
Oh yeah. Okay, Soul Charge.
Oh, nook.
That's the last one.
All right, so all 3 are out of deck, or 4, apologies. But it looked like he's already set. He already assumed drop, so I'm pretty sure he's already set because the skill only works if you don't have a copy on the field. Correct?
Yep.
That's right.
But it's gonna end up going to the drop anyway because Cannonball's resource you have to Soul Blast.
Ah.
So either way, he's gonna have all 4 in there.
All right, so it looks like he's not going to call anymore. Swing the Vanguard first. All right, looks like he's using no guard, so drive check, nothing.
No trigger.
And there's the grade 2 in damage. Unfortunate, but hopefully we can get around that. He does run 4 in the deck, so losing 1 is fine. So it hits a draw trigger.
So I've seen that card in multiple decks for breaking. How does it work?
So, on place, +1 discard a card. You can either search your deck for the grade 3 Fortress, which is prominent for Welstra, or secondary skill is you can search for a copy of the unit on your Vanguard circle, which a lot of break 8 users use that because you're pretty much guaranteed a Persona Ride search.
That's kind of broken.
It is pretty, it's +1 discard, so you essentially, I guess you even out with the Persona Ride search, but you...
And didn't you say one of the products you...
Soul Charge the trigger. There is not an order, but there is a grade 2 unit where specifically if you operate the grade 3 order this turn, you haven't counter charge this turn, you can Soul Blast 1 and counter charge. Okay. But he does run Bulba Mines, so he doesn't really need that card as much because Bulba Mine is a better card in his deck because his deck uses a lot of Soul and a lot of counter blast, so Bulba is a really strong resource card in his deck. All right, looks like he Soul Charged the grade 1 beat stick. That's unfortunate, but all right, here we go. So
now we get to see him.
Yep. Like I said, on place, +1, discard a card from your hand. And I imagine he's going to search for the grade 3 order because this deck primarily runs that. I haven't seen him use one yet. And his grade 3 order is actually, you cannot normal set this either. So the reason why this grade 2 is even better for this deck is that it allows you to set it because of his skill. And also the fact is, you also use the skill to search for Persona Ride, and if you have that in hand, you can still set it based off the skill because you still fully resolve it. So it looks like he is going for a second one now, and using the second one to get the Persona Ride. So he's setting up for next turn, which is fine. He has 4 set orders, 1 Fortress, which is fine. But using the great, there we go. So he's completely maxed out on those, which is fine because he only runs 3 in the deck. He has 2, and that's really much all you need in the set order because the Fortress is pretty much acts like a rear guard, which we'll probably see in this kind of. So he has 2 Bull Mines, 1 face of Counter Blast. He's probably going to go for 5 attacks this turn. So it looks like he's swinging, doing skill in the battle phase, Soul Blast 2 to operate. He's going to operate the grade 2, which when he operates his on the battle phase, he gets to draw a card.
Okay.
And then the Vanguard skill will trigger. Every time you do operate, the Vanguard gets +5 for the turn.
So I heard in this deck you can minus.
Yes, so the grade 3 order as well is if you operate that, you can retire 1 of your opponent's rear guards and -5 to them.
So does it just bottom out at 0 or?
No, you can neg. You can go into the negative numbers. I've done it multiple times where I put my opponent's Vanguard at -2. And when they come out, because when you operate them, you can +1 to call them out, and they're 23k attackers. All right, he's going for the second one now with boost. He's operating a grade 3, so he will retire, and -5. So pretty much only giving him a 5k plus from that defensive trigger. Now he's using set order, so when it's operating, +1, bounce when he rearguards, and call it. And like I mentioned before, when you do call it, it's a 23k attacker. So right now, Sato's only at a 15k Vanguard, and he operates twice, so Welstra is at 23k base right now, and the rearguard is swinging for 18. Ooh, hits another. So
another hero. That's how many out? 2?
I believe 2. So he just gets that. So he's at 25. Resolve Bull Mine skill to countercharge. Swinging with the Vanguard now. Skill, and it's a free operate, so he's going to target the grade 3, of course. So minus that, so he only gets 1 defense trigger. then skill, Camus 1, bounce, and call another one. And this is the upper rated. Vanguard is plus 5. So now Vanguard is at 28k. Go, ooh, critical trigger. Crit the van, power to the 1 fortress. Second chick PG. Nice. And then for 2 damage. Another heal trigger. This time it does heal. Sato is hitting all the defensive triggers. So he's at 33. And another. So it gives him plus 30. So he's at 40k base, which means none of these can attack this turn. So he's just going to end turn, and at the end of turn, they both go back to their order zone. Which is great against control decks, because essentially you get the bounce to rear guards, you attack with first to your hands, you have resources. They go back to there, so you pretty much, any control deck like Endiva can't really hurt or Welstra as much. Which is why it was prominent for a minute in the Japanese meta. I would love to see more of it again. I'm actually tempted of bringing that deck out, because I haven't used it in a while, and I really do kind of miss Welstra.
I don't know, regionals last year, I faced 3 of them. 3 Welstras.
Oh. Yeah, because that was at that point when the last set came out. So it had both the Grade 2 and the Grade 2 order. So it really made it strong and made it just more prominent to play in a competitive meta format.
I got you.
And guys, don't forget, if you guys want to get those beautiful dice you guys see on screen today, go to ProStanGaming.com. Use promo code ATX10 for 10% off. Because why not using the best dice in the game?
Honestly, there's no better than Team Procyon.
All right, so usually knock next skill, like you mentioned before, so we can Soul Blast to call it.
Yep, but it has to go to the back middle.
And there it is.
Back center, I'm sorry. But he's going to be able to hit the full combo. It doesn't look like he's going to be able to.
Oh. All right, so it looks like...
Actually, no, that's still a pretty good board. Because he can still stack the power on to No.
Ah.
Since it is considered rear guard.
This is true. Look, he's doing the cannonball skill, right? So let's do give 3 units plus 5, which he's choosing all 5 of the rear guards. Plus 10 each.
Plus 10.
Alright, so everything can hit.
Yep.
So that's what, 31? Yeah, 31 to 13. So I think it's going to go for no guard. Oh, no triggers. I mean, probably because you see no, yeah.
Where are those triggers now?
Alright, hits another PG set, the Blitz order PG. So it looks like he's doing Nuknik skill, which is Counterblast 1.
Switch him around. Ditch your card.
Oh. And switch. It looks like it switches around. So it's a grade 1, so it actually gets around a lot of things. It's a grade 1. It does get 1 dry check, but it's also grade 1 is that your effect draws and your effect fronts won't get the additional plus 5 because your opponent's Vanguard isn't a grade 3 anymore.
Yep. So it looks like he hit the order PG.
So he's probably going to need the next turn because
almost definitely.
He's got a Persona Ride, and like I say, he's going to get another 5 attacks as he did bounce more rear guards. So he's at 4 damage. He might he's going to consider taking this. Looks like he hit the 4th grade 2, which is fine. He already has 2 in hand. He's going to be fine because he can just keep bouncing that. But he's already kind of set. I don't know what his soul looks like though. Hopefully he should have enough soul to do another 5 attacks, I believe. If there's 3 in there, he should be fine because he is going to go for Persona Ride this turn. It looks like he drew the grade 1, which is a very good card. That card gets +2 for every set order you have on the board. Makes it a very good beat stick. All right, looks like we're going into Spencer's turn now.
He does have the Persona Ride.
Yep, I almost forgot. So he does get the Persona Ride. So that should give him soul now. If not, he should also bow mine.
Almost like he drew one of the effect crits too, so in case he needs it.
This is true, actually. Which this actually would like that critical trigger just for late game soul. But he calls both grade 2s, no skills because he's already set. So now he's double checking his soul count. So it looks like he seems pretty confident. So I do believe he has the 4 card soul, which is plenty enough what he needs. So we call the grade 1. That's going to be an 18k booster because it gets +2 for every set order he has, which is 5. So swinging in, that's 18, 20, 38. Soul Blast 2 to operate. Operating grade 3, which I'm going to try Nook minus 10 to... minus 5.
I'm surprised he didn't go for the grade 2 that gets a set order from the drop.
Oh, he'll get to it. This is true, but I think he's fine for now. But it looks like Sato gets yet another defense trigger. All right, going for the second rear guard attack.
Actually, I don't know if it's his sleeves, but it looks like his deck's a little low. Sato's?
A little bit. I mean, he was plussing a lot, so I guess we'll see. So it looks like he's going skill, operates, retires, and skill. Counter +1 bounce. He's going to call that to rear. -5 again. So pretty much nullifies that 5th miracle trigger he just got right there. So he's back to 13. So I believe this is a 20k attack to his 13k base. Yep, and look at your Vanguard skill. He operated twice so far, so that's +10. All right, 2-card guard for 33. Once going to turn into soul the counter into battle and the soul counter charge. Now swing the Vanguard. Still he operate for free. Operating grade 3 to counter +1, bounce, call. Another +5 and retire. And now Sato's Vanguard is at 8 base. And Vanguard swinging for 28-38. Like I said, we know Sato has at least 1 PG in hand. I believe, actually 2, I believe. All right, there's what we did see. So there's the Blitz order, PG.
But he should have a regular
one.
He's thinking it's...
Ooh, discard over trigger. I wonder what's in his hand. That's interesting. I don't know why you got that, because this... I guess we're going to find. But Spencer getting the heal trigger. It does heal. Yeah. So he's going to look at power 2 rear guard, which is nice. Second check, critical trigger. Nice. Here we go. Yep, just fixed up the dice there. So power and crit to the one. So both are 33, 43. Both swinging lethal. So this is going to be 43 to his 8 base. Second PG, so I was right there with the PG, but now can you go? Oh, ooh, third PG, nice. All right, so Sato's able to easily survive the turn
with 1 card.
1 card left in hand.
You think it's a persona ride?
I would hope so. I guess we're about to find out.
Yes, it is.
Oh, nice. So, all right, so I guess a persona ride. So he has 2 cards at least in hand.
But he's gonna have to do all he can because this is probably the final turn.
This is his last turn. He has to go aggressive. Now. He should be able to get the Nook skill off, I believe, right?
Yeah, because that's only a Soul Blast.
Just a single Soul Blast to do that skill?
How much soul does he have?
Well, we already know he has at least 2 or 3, because he did Persona right, so he's at least 1. And if there's only a Soul Blast to use, he should be able to call that.
But will he be able to use the Cannonball skill?
Oh, true.
Okay, he's using the Vanguard skill, the Counter Blast.
Draw
a card and call it, yeah.
Okay. Ooh, he drew it. It looks like a heal trigger. Okay.
That's going to bite him. Is it even worth soul charging? Is he in the single digits for his deck?
Perhaps. I don't know. That's it.
This is the last turn.
All right, so
he's got enough soul.
He has enough soul. But it looks like he's calling a crit trigger in the back behind the Vanguard, so he looks like he's not doing Nook.
Why not?
I wonder what the last card is.
He's
a draw trigger.
Soul. He's got enough soul though.
Alright, so
why isn't he using it?
Interesting. Yeah, so he's using Soul Blast. So he still has Soul Blast. So I wonder why he didn't go for Nook.
That is definitely more than 5 cards.
That is
at least 5 cards in his soul.
Huh. I mean, I would have gave him 2 Vanguard attacks.
And he's got a Counter Blast. He's got 2.
He does.
If you really want it to be aggressive.
And it was just kind of +1 discard a card. So why didn't he?
And he's got the 10 from Persona right?
Yeah.
That definitely could have maybe broke through. And Spencer has what, 5 cards in his hand?
Alright, but he does have a perfect guard for the Vanguard attack. PG and a critical trigger. Okay, so a little bit of pressure.
But did he use the Vanguard skill? Did he Cannonball?
He Soul Blast too. So I believe, well, I don't see power.
I don't think he Cannonball.
Guys, in the comment section down below, can you put hashtag talk to Sato to figure out what his game plan was this turn?
We love you, Sato. But why?
Get on here. Next video. Let's get him on the board here.
We have a lot of questions, Sato.
Alright, so he's able to guard that last attack. He's only 4 damage. He can take this.
I mean, but knowing Sato, he had a plan.
He must have had a plan. But now he has 2 cards in hand, one being a PG, so I don't think he's surviving this turn. Though Spencer doesn't have, I think he only has 1 card in Soul. And I don't think he has only a Soul charge. I think he dropped the critical trigger, so if he saved that, he would have had Soul. Enough Soul to at least operate once for one of the grade 2s, so But you probably don't have another trigger in hand to guard, so he probably was forced to use that. So he's calling, of course, no skill. No Persona right either, so he's pretty much kind of swinging vanilla this turn. Because essentially this person only has one card, so he can only use the Vanguard skill to operate. Swing with Vanguard. This is fair though. He's going to swing with the Vanguard. Oh, he's going with the grade 2 to operate. So he's not going for the -5, which I probably would have because he didn't. He doesn't have a booster for the other two. I mean, for at least the other grade 2 rear guards. So it would have hit if he could guard this. But it's not only has 2 cards in hand, one being a PG. So essentially, he can guard all these attacks this turn.
Oh no!
So it looks like he's debating. So he's just asking about powers and debating. Because he can technically only guard 1 attack. Well, then again, if Spencer gets defense trigger, he can have 3 attacks. Oh, he's going for 1 a pass.
1 a pass.
And gets it with a draw trigger. Nice. So attack those go through. His OT is out, so we know that's out. And I think he's out of heals, which that he is. Great game, guys. Again, guys, if you guys put Prime Bad low, ask Sato what was he doing that turn. We want to read his mind that turn.
We need to know.
But that was still a great match anyways. And you know what? I want to thank y'all for coming and watching this video. It was a blast. It was good to come back and watch some old videos with you guys.
Of course, thank you, Peter. Thank you, Shawn. Always.
Comment section down below, please, guys. Hashtag thanks, Shawn. Hashtag thanks, Peter. Let them know that they're hard earned.
You see him in public, blow him a kiss.
Please do. Anyways, guys, this is Jersey Joe from Team Procyon.
PJ from Team Rider.
We'll catch you on the next one.
Thank you for watching.